So how to feel good when people tell you that you just can't do what you really, dearly are inspired to do with all your heart. Something you are so passionate about. And people say to you, that's not possible. It can never be done. It's just not you. You're just not capable, you don't have the experience, you don't have the studies, you've just got no background. You're crazy, delusional. What's got into you? Why are you this person? Why are you not the person that I knew yesterday? I don't know. Whatever the words, whatever the scenario, right? So you need to remember, and you need to always remember this, that anything that anyone says outside of you is only connecting to all your fears. So when you kind of had that feeling of like, oh, am I going to be able to do this? Any person that you hear from is just reflecting that part of you. Remember that that person has 99% so much love and support for you. Especially if they're family, right? Or friends that you've known forever. Just remember that they're afraid. So that 1% of fear inside you, or maybe you have more than that, but let's just say 1% of like, you're not sure if it's going to happen, if you can create it, if the actions you take will achieve what you want, or if the vision that you have is too outlandish and too impossible, and maybe someone hasn't done it before, or maybe the people that have done it before also had experience, or they had mentors or whatever, and you've just got yourself to coach yourself. You might not have the finances, blah blah. At the end of the day, anything that anyone says that's outside of you is not in your being and is not your authority. You are your own authority. Your inspiration, your inner vision, your inner insight, your inner voice, however you perceive and get that sense of what feels right for you and what you need to go for in any given moment, that's only for you. So you may want to share it, but it's not necessary, because if you just do things that you feel inspired to do, you will achieve it. And it's kind of slowing you down if you kind of listen to everybody, because no one is in your path that's outside of you. Everyone has their own completely different separate journey, and they have different insights, different advice within them. Talking about impossible things, or things that people would seem as impossible, you're not going to ask advice from someone who isn't a millionaire if you want to be a millionaire. You're not going to ask someone advice on how to do something that someone hasn't done before. So then you can't take any negative feedback from anyone who hasn't done what you actually are going to achieve. And you're going to achieve it. It's inevitable, because you've decided this is who you are now. And if someone doesn't see that in you, it's okay. They will see it once you've created it. And they will say, wow, how did you do that, right? It's the same for any inventor, any artist, any creator, anyone who's imagined something and then created it. No one believed them when they were on the journey to it. No one could believe them, because they wouldn't, unless they, of course, were on the same wavelength of seeing the impossible and understanding that anyone can achieve anything in their life, then that's the exception. And be that person to other people. If we can be that person to everyone and ourselves, then how amazing would our world be? But there are people out there everywhere that do believe in the impossible. But if you have a small group of people around you who just don't see it and see you as a person that you were a year ago, or through an experience that they've had with you, and just think that you're that person, and they've labeled you No one outside of you can validate what you feel within you. No one. No one has authority in your life. You are the only power in your life to create what you want. Remember your power. Remember that the inspirations come to you. No one else is supposed to understand. Give them a break. Don't worry about what other people say. You know what's the truth, and you know what's right for you. Oh, my love.